we're going to talk to Julie Bullock, who is the Special Events Coordinator for the town of Fairplay, Colorado, about the Burro Days event that's coming up. And I believe that it starts on July 26th. So hi, Julie. You want to tell us what Burro Days is?
Hi, Karen. It's actually the 71st Burro Days. It is a great event. It has been going on, as you know now, for a very long time. It started in 1949. It was really started as an activity for miners to give them something to do. They're overworked, they're hardworking. It gave them kind of some fun to do. It started as a Burro Race with a festival built around it. And it was also to bring visitors into town during the summer months and getting to increase the commerce in town during that time as well.
Okay. So this is like a 3-day festival. So what's the biggest attraction at the festival?
Oh, definitely the Burro Race. That is kind of the namesake for the event. And the miners would in the early days, the miners would run the race in jeans and boots and whatever they usually work in. and there are two courses. There's a long course and a short course. And the long course is 29 miles, and the short course is 15 miles. And they're running with a burro, not riding it, but running alongside in front or in back or pushing or pulling or whatever it takes to get that burro going. Sometimes the burros really want to run, and the runners have to keep up. So there are rules and regulations associated with it that have grown over the years, but the event is what brings almost 10,000 people to our town.
How big is your town?
Our population is 713.
And if I remember right, it's not exactly flat territory, right?
It is not. We have a little 5K race here in July, and one of the participants said to me, which was just perfect, after he was done, he came up to me and said, I had no idea that Fairplay was uphill both ways. And that's what it feels like.
That's a pretty long race. I didn't realize that Burro Days thing was that long. So how long does it usually last? How long does it take, the race?
Well, the races start at 10:30 in the morning on Sunday, and they all start together, whether they're running the short course or the long course. And the short course runners will do it in anywhere from like 2 hours, 20 minutes to maybe 2.5 hours. The long course has been done. The course has changed a little bit over the years, but the fastest time for the course was, back in 1972, and it was 2 hours and 50 minutes. And then we've had people take as long as 6 hours, just over 6 hours. And a lot of it depends on weather, it depends on your burro, it depends on snow that's still up in the mountains. There are a lot of factors. But I would say the average is right around 5.5 hours.
Okay. You have other kinds of races at this event. Do you want to tell us about those?
We do. We have Llama Races, which is a pack llama race. The runners run a 5K that is mapped out right here in town alongside the middle fork of the South Platte River. They're running, it's one llama and one runner. They have to start at our South Park City Museum. They run about 2 blocks. Then they pick up a pack. They've got to get their llama put together with its pack, and then they take off on the course. And then they run the 5K course and come in. And then we have a Llama Rama course, which is the same course as the Llama Race, but this is a fundraiser for organ donation. And these are teams of people, and there's usually a theme every year. This year it's llamas in pajamas, and people dress for the theme. So you've got a team of 5 with a llama, and their time is not done until the last member of the team crosses the finish line with them. And we also have dog races for the kids, and we do that down in Alma, which is about 6 miles away. And we have outhouse races, so hand-built outhouses that are racing as quickly as they can down 2 blocks of Front Street, which is a gradual downhill, but boy, they go fast.
I take it they're doing that in teams, right?
Yes, there's usually about 5 people on an outhouse team. One has to ride in the outhouse. It has to have a toilet seat. It has to have a roll of toilet paper. and then you can have up to 4 people pushing or pulling. Most people are just holding on and trying to run as fast as the outhouse is going because they don't steer.
Okay, so you have winners. What do the winners get? I'm just curious.
Sure. The winners of the outhouse race get $125 and a golden toilet seat. And the second place of the outhouse race gets $75 and a golden plunger. And then the People's Choice Award gets $50 for the outhouse race. And the dog race, they get anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on how they place. And the llama races, that is through the organization Rocky Mountain Rural Health. And there's prize money, there's donated prizes. It's a variety of things that go out to the llama races for all different kinds of categories. And for the burros, we have quite a bit of prize money. The long course, the winner of the long course gets $1,000, and the winner of the short course gets $500. And then we go down 8 places. So the total prize money for the long and the short burro race is $4,700. And then we do give a $200 prize to the fastest ass up the pass, the one who gets to the top first.
Okay. You're such a tiny town. Where does everybody park?
Anywhere they can. We have everything in Fairplay is typically free parking. Once in a while, one of the kids' organizations will charge for parking at the school and try to earn some money for the student council or the cheerleaders, something like that. But for the most part, everything in town is free. We have, I think we're not even a full square mile of space here in town, but pretty much everywhere. They go 4 or 5 blocks away parking. We have a fairgrounds. People can park there. Again, the school has a pretty big parking lot. All along Highway 9, which is Main Street, you can park there. We close Front Street for all the races, and we close the vendor area that we have around the old courthouse, our historic district.
Let's talk about the vendors for a second. How many vendors do we have?
Oh, gosh, I have 150 vendors. Some are arts and crafts, some are fine arts, and food. We have about 12 food vendors that service everybody.
Okay. So where are the vendors at then?
The vendors are on 5th Street, and they are also on the courthouse lawn, the old courthouse lawn, which houses probably 80% of the vendors, and the rest are on 5th Street. And they're spread out, but not spread out too far. You don't have to go more than, across the street, to get to another set of vendors. So they're all pretty tight in the area. And, we've got everything from photography, jewelry, fine art. We have kitchen items. We have yak products, even yak meat. We have any kind of vintage items. We have a couple of vintage booths. We have clothing. About anything you can imagine, we have at Burro Days.
Okay. So what do you have for kids?
For kids, we have a whole entertainment area with inflatable rides. There are 10 different pieces of inflatable rides. We have an old jailhouse, which I don't know if this is really for kids. Kids can go in, but it's definitely the adults who get a kick out of the Burro Days Museum, which is in our old jailhouse. We also have several booths, like we have a disc golf booth that does some putting contests for kids, and we have a petting zoo for kids that's run by our 4-H organization. And we have gunfights, we have a parade. We have all different kinds of things going on. We have the llama lunacy.
Gunfights? You have gunfights?
We have gunfights. Yeah, with the Reynolds Gang, which is a reenacting organization, and they have gunfights after the parade. They have gunfights before the races sometimes. They help us start the races with their guns. It's like the Old West.
And I see you have a barbecue and a barn dance. What's that?
We do a barbecue and a barn dance that is also put on by Rocky Mountain Rural Health. It's a fundraiser for them, and that is on Saturday night. They do the dance calling, with oh gosh, I don't know what they're called. Well, square dance callers.
That's okay.
I guess is what you would call them. Yeah,
that's fine.
But we have that in the evening on Saturday night, and this year, following that, we are having a fireworks show starting at dark on Saturday evening. So that, of course, is for all ages. We have live music going on all day in 2 locations during Burro Days, and we have a concert that kind of kicks off Burro Days this Friday night. It's part of our TGI Fairplay free concert series, and we have the Nacho Men playing at that. They're coming up from Denver. And then on Saturday, again, we have music throughout the day from 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening on Saturday, and 10 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay. That would be at the entertainment gazebo?
There's the entertainment gazebo, and then there's also a music tent over on 5th Street. And so there's 2 locations. Most of it goes on at the gazebo. We have our big concert Friday night at the entertainment tent on 5th Street. And then we do another bigger concert from 4 to 6 on Saturday at the entertainment tent. But most of it goes on at the gazebo, kind of in the heart of all the vendors. A big variety of music, everything from country to folk to a little bluegrass. We have a concert band. We have some church choirs that come in. It's quite a variety. We have a cowboy poet and cowboy singer. We have cowboy church on Saturday morning. We have a pancake breakfast on Saturday morning. There's no downtime. There's a lot to do for any age person.
Okay. All right. I understand Fairplay also has some other activities that go on during the year, don't they?
No, during the year?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. We have events all summer long. We have, like I said, once a month we have a free concert series. We have a wearable art festival in June, as well as a rock and gem show in June. We have 3 separate ultra running endurance races. And we have the Park County Fair, which just ended this weekend. And we have the Bayou Salado Rendezvous, which actually is during Burro Days this year, just across the river from the Burro Days site. And it's an kind of pre-1840s primitive camp that'll go along right with what we do with Burro Days. And we have Living History Days at the South Park City Museum in August. We have a couple of charity fundraisers, a memorial run. We have Oktoberfest. We have the South Park Arts Celebration and Plein Air Festival, where we bring in 40 artists. This is our 10th year doing that. This is a big year for us. They paint the beauty and the unique environment that we have here in Fairplay, and they do an amazing job. It's pretty cool. We have Halloween celebrations. We have a Real Colorado Christmas celebration, holiday concert, holiday Victorian tea, and a holiday bazaar in December. And then we also do, this year's our 25th annual Victorian and Cowboy Ball. And that kind of celebrates the Western and Victorian heritage that we have here in Fairplay. And that's, yeah. Oh, we do a Mardi Gras, too.
Hey, you're in Colorado. You have a Mardi Gras?
We do.
That's a lot.
We had our first Mardi Gras this year, and it was a huge success. It was wonderful. It was very fun. We got a lot of the community out in the middle of winter, and a lot of visitors came in. It was great. It was a great event, and we will continue to do that.
Well, Julie, it's been fun talking to you, and I hope you have a great Burro Days. I certainly understand now why you have so much traffic and so many visitors, but I just don't. That's such a small town. The parking must be horrendous.
It's not bad really, because people do spread out. I mean, during Burro Days, yes, it's a little tough, but that is the only time really that parking is you have to park a little ways away. But during all of our other events, there's plenty of parking in town. People can come and go. We have a visitor center they can check out and get more information when they come through town. It's actually a great little community with a lot going on. We kind of like to say we're a small town with big town events.
Okay, Julie, thank you. Hope you have a great event.
All right. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate the call.
Bye-bye.